Hey guys, welcome to this video and my channel. My name is Heather. I'm the owner and creator here at Wicked Whiskey Designs, and today this is what we're playing with. This is probably the most requested tutorial I have, and I finally have it done for you. It is an offset leopard, it's a rainbow swirl, it's glittery, it's sparkly, it's spangly, it's everything. So it's a lot of fun to make and it's really easy too. I'm gonna show you everything you need to make this cup. Down below, I have links for everything I use to make this cup. So if you wanna do the same thing, you definitely have access to those products. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My little channel took a break not too long ago, but I'm back. I have a ton of videos on the way, so you definitely want to get notified of when those drop. And then also don't forget to hang out to the end. It's the tips and tricks section. It's a lot more casual, it's a lot more relaxed, it's a lot me rambling on occasion, but it's also all the little things that I learned that I can share with you so that when you make this cup, it goes as smoothly as possible. It's all the little tips on how to make this as easy as you can make it. So I guess that's pretty much it for the intro. I'm gonna go ahead and get started, show you everything you need to make this cup. Let's go have some fun. Hey guys, okay, so let's talk about this cup. This is one of my favorite cups. It's so pretty. Like, it's just banging. I really do. I was so excited to do this tutorial for you. Now, the secret to this cup, in my opinion, it's not the glitter. I mean, the glitter is, you know, the glitter. It's the spray paint. The spray paint is what makes this cup, and it's going to sound weird until you see the process, and then hopefully it'll click. I, for this cup, only use Montana 94 fluorescent spray paints. To me, they're the best. Like, I've tried others. I won't use anything else. And when I run out and don't order fast enough, yeah, then things just stop because I can't use anything else. This is literally the secret to the sauce, so to speak. So I'm gonna apologize right now if my paint starts sputtering because Lord, it is 53 degrees in Florida right now. It was 75 yesterday. It's 53 today. So yeah, Florida needs a timeout. So my paint kind of might be sputtering. It was earlier for me. So if it does, I'm sorry. And if it does, I'll try to fix it. But let's go ahead. Let's get started. All right, so we're going to start with pink. I normally bottom out my pink first. And I use just short little bursts. I'm back away from the cup. And you can see where it's just, you know, about an inch and a half big. I then move on to my orange. Same thing. I'm going to run right next to it, but I want that overspray to find its way into the orange. Whoops. And it's not a hard line. And I'm way back here spray painting so that I'm not getting that hard line. And then you're just going to follow lines. Kind of always kind of checking to see how much real estate you got left. Bring it all the way down. And you'll see too, where I start spraying up here so that I get that lip, which really doesn't really matter because it's getting covered with glitter, but still. Real light, real far. And last color. And you'll see on that one, like the blue went a little too far into the green. I don't care about that. It's getting covered with glitter. But at the same time, like if that was like purple and yellow, different conversation. But that blends, so I'm not really worried about that. Purple is a bit of an aggressive color, so I come out just a little bit farther. And see how my pink is very little, my purple is very big. I'm going to do a little bit more pink because I know my glitter is translucent and kind of need to make it like cover so much. Okay. Your colors don't need to be perfectly even. You know what I mean? So this is where we are. This is what it looks like. And you'll see there are no hard edges. It's not like you know, everything's blended pretty well. So when I send that to get glittered, it makes the glittering job 1,000 times easier. So that's pretty much how we're gonna spray paint that, and I hope that helps, and we're gonna move on to the next step. Once your paint is dry, go ahead and hit your cup with spray adhesive so you can start glittering. With your cup covered in spray adhesive, you're now ready to start glittering. The glitter that I use is translucent, so it blends beautifully and it doesn't leave any harsh lines. It all just kind of fits together like little puzzle pieces. I normally start with pink. That's a personal preference. Go ahead and start with whatever color you want. Be sure to sprinkle your glitter from pretty high up. You want your glitter to hit the color it's supposed to hit, but you also want it to overshoot a little bit into the colors next to it so that you don't have any harsh lines. Okay, so you just saw me go ahead and ombre this. Let's talk about that for a second. Okay, the first thing is, number one, I did not glitter the bottom. I don't need to. This is going to get covered in paint before the next layer of epoxy. This does not need glitter. It's just going to add, you know, extra ass to it when it doesn't need to. Number two, is this the perfect ombre? No. It probably needs, you know, it needs at least one more run of glitter on top of it for it to, you know, smooth out, especially pink and purple, those lines. But does it need it? No. And the reason I say that is this. This cup is made based on layers. So it starts with a paint layer, a glitter layer, epoxy, then it goes, well, probably 2 runs of epoxy, and then another paint layer, another glitter layer, epoxy, decal, done. So this work that we've done here with this paint and this glitter layer, all this is actually going to be seen on the finished product are leopard spots. This is what is making your leopard spots on this cup. The rest, everything else is going to get covered in more paint and more glitter. So this doesn't need to be perfect. Like, you don't want it janky, but it doesn't need to be perfect, because the only part of any of this that's going to be seen is going to be as leopard spots. So I don't need to do a second run of glitter on here. I feel like this is more than adequate with what's going to be showing. So there's no reason to add extra weight to the cup. And that's where we're at. So moving on. Once you are happy with your glitter, hit it with spray sealer, and then you're going to go ahead and move it over for epoxy. You're going to add 1 or 2 thin coats of epoxy. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs for the glitter not to be rough anymore. Then you're going to cut your leopard pattern out of 631 removable vinyl and start placing your leopard spots around your cup in a pattern that makes you happy. Make sure you remove the little inside dots from the round pattern pieces, and make sure that your decals are pressed firmly on the cup. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to add another layer of paint. And the only difference is we're going to move the colors over by 1. So we are going to follow the exact same pattern. We are basically going to lay this exact same spray paint swirl all over again. The only difference is we're going to move the colors over 1. So when you look at your cup and you see the pink glitter, you know, the pink paint, pink glitter, we're going to move this round of pink paint over 1. We're going to put the pink paint over the orange glitter. We're going to put the orange paint over the yellow glitter, etc., etc. And that's what's going to give the difference in the spots when you go ahead and remove all of this, all of the 631. You're going to see those spots in different colors, and it's going to look amazing. Okay, so like I said, you can see here we have the pink, the orange. We are going to start our pink spray paint on the orange part, and then we're going to follow that rainbow all the way around. Orange on the yellow. Oops. And you are following the same rules as you did before. You are still trying to put a little of the orange on the pink. You're going to try to put a little of the yellow paint on the orange. You want this to be as perfect of an ombre as you can make it. It is going to still get glittered, but you want your base to be as perfect as you can make it. All right, so your blue is going on your purple. And your purple is going to finish up on your pink. I need to go back and fix one thing because my green paint splattered, of course, on the yellow, which is the hardest to cover. So we're going to just kind of do a little TLC move on that. But there you go. Okay, so she is done to this point. We're going to let the paint dry. Once it's dried, we're going to go ahead, send it for another run of glitter. Once the glitter is set, we're going to remove all of the leopard spots and send it to epoxy. But for right now, we're just going to let her go sit down for a bit. Now that your paint is dry, you're going to go ahead and add the next layer of glitter. You want to make sure you are going for full coverage. You are not going to do a second pass of glitter, so make sure this one counts. And be sure to sprinkle your glitter from high up, making sure that you are not hitting just the color you want, but also sprinkling a little bit in the colors on either side of it. And since this time the bottom matters, don't forget to bottom out your cup and hit it with spray sealer. Okay, guys. So look at all of that. To recap, we went ahead and spray painted our offsetting swirl, okay? Hit it with some spray sealer, hit it with some spray adhesive, and then did one pass of glitter on it. You can do 2 passes if you feel like you need to, but I'm telling you what, the more glitter you put, the more you're burying those spots and the harder it is to find them sometimes, especially the little ones. So, to me, 1 pass of glitter is best, but you do you. That's all good. So we went ahead, hit it with 1 pass of glitter, hit it with some spray sealer. Now it's all set. So now we're going to start taking all the spots off, which is honestly the crappiest part of this cup. But since we use 631 adhesive, it's really not that bad. Go ahead and get started. Okay, so there's parts of that cup where the 631 didn't come up as easily as it should have, and because of that, it's leaving adhesive behind in my spots. I think you can kind of see it in those 2 big ones right there at the bottom a little bit. There you go. You should be able to see that. The little backwards C one, you can see around the edges. It's a little foggy. Okay, so it happens. Couple different things on that. Number 1, normally I get my adhesive, my 631 from Amazon. I usually either get a white one or a black one. The black seems to be less sticky, but the black was out of stock, so I got the white one, and the white has a little more oomph to it. So that's one thing. Second thing is temperature. I'm in Florida. It's been crazy mild. Like I said before, like we've had like a really weird winter so far, but it was kind of warm yesterday. So this sitting outside in my garage in 75, 80 degree temperatures also can activate that adhesive a little bit more and cause it to stick a little bit more. And then the third thing that could cause that, which I don't think is really at play at this point, is time. If you sit there and lay your 631 down and you walk away for 4 days, sometimes that adhesive will kick in a little more because of that as well. So I'm going to blame it on the temperature at this point because this was decaled yesterday. So I am going to fix it. To do that, grab a Q-tip and a little bit of acetone. Alcohol may work as well, but I don't know for sure, so I don't want to say yes or no, but grab a Q-tip and some acetone and just real gently and real carefully, just, take the Q-tip to those little spots where the adhesive is still, present, and it'll take it right off. So I'm going to go do that now. So after working through the adhesive catastrophe, I hit it with spray sealer to make sure all that glitter was locked in and sent it to epoxy. I stirred up, I think, probably 30 mLs of epoxy, and with a gloved hand, go ahead and get that all over your cup, and don't forget to blow out your bubbles. If need be, you're probably going to need a second coat of epoxy, but at this point, this is where we're at. And then just when I thought we were done with this cup and all of the unexpected catastrophes that happened, I thought I saw a spot. I do. Crap. Okay, here we go. Surgery. Where'd it go? Right there. Come back. I win. Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so it's finally here. Look at all that. Ah, so spankly. I love it. I am a leopard girl. So this is my thing. This was like my favorite cup to do for so long. This is an easy cup. Now, as I'm sure you've seen in the video, this tutorial was like, it veered off like, hi, here's all the things that could possibly go wrong when you're shooting a video for YouTube. So hopefully all those little side roads, you know, you kind of got a little extra information out of what happened here and there. Thankfully, it was nothing dramatic, but still, it was kind of like, of course that's happening as I'm, you know, shooting a video. Trust me, I'm a professional. Anyway, welcome to my channel. So, okay, tips and tricks on this cup. Woo, Lordy. Okay, number one, do not, okay, the spray paints that I use are my favorite fluorescent spray paints to use. They, I want to say they're a little pricier than, you know, normal, but these days they're really kind of not. Once upon a time they were, but even like, you know, Walmart has raised their prices as far as spray paints go. So they're really not any more expensive. I am going to link down below where I purchased mine. Now, during the pandemic, when it was like impossible to find spray paint for that year, you know, there's other places that you can grab these at. And I know that there are a lot of, I think Michael's, I think maybe even Joann's carry that particular brand, kind of hit and miss. So just kind of, you know, take that for what it's worth. The glitter, again, you know, is what I use. If you have a neon glitter line that you love, feel free to run with that. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of has their favorites, so don't feel like you need to go and, you know, spend a bunch of money on stuff that you may already have. So just kind of, you know, take that for what it's worth. So, okay. The one thing that I'm going to say is probably the most important thing when it comes to this cup is your ombre. So, you know, it's number one, spray painting like the perfect ombre is hard enough to begin with, let alone on a swirl going sideways. Take your time with that. You know, if you are not familiar with spray painting multiple colors together, grab a junk cup, try it, you know what I mean? Doesn't work, repaint it white, start all over again. It's one of those things that your paint job is going to make this cup really come to life, okay? If your ombre is not 100% on point, don't stress too bad about it. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but the more smooth, continuous, however you want to say it, your ombre is, the more your cup is going to seem seamless as far as your colors go, obviously. So, you know, if it's something that you're not familiar with, I wouldn't just go and like jump right on into it. Take a minute, grab a junk cup, practice a little bit, grab a piece of plywood, you know what I mean? Just to kind of get yourself familiar. So don't forget to practice a little bit before you start. This cup is really easy. Hopefully you saw that in the video. It's just a lot of layers. So as most of the cups, as I say all the time, whenever I'm doing these multi-layer, you know, cups and tutorials, just go real light on your layers of epoxy in between. You don't need a ton of epoxy. When you sit there and do that first pass of glitter and you send it for epoxy, you're not looking for that, you know, oh, this is going out to a customer, I need it super smooth and it's got to be perfect before I do move on to the next layer. That's not what this is, okay? You need to have it, you know, you need to have the glitter colored. We're not trying to work with raw glitter, but at the same time, you're literally putting down, you know, 631 vinyl, spray painting more glitter. So just, you know, don't stress on, oh, my cup's not perfectly smooth, I need to send it to another, you know, run of epoxy. No, you don't. You saw in this video all of my like train wrecks along the way. Very true what I said about the 631 vinyl. Some are better than others, some are worse than others, some are stickier than others, some are more problematic than others. So if you have a 631 removable vinyl that you love, awesome. If you don't, I'm linking down below the black one that I normally use. It just literally, you could literally do this and it just flies off. The white one that I used for this video, it is sometimes problematic, especially with me in Florida, and it's warm, and it's in my garage for sometimes a day, sometimes more. The black one is my favorite one because it just releases beautifully and it doesn't have any of that adhesive being left behind. What else? You could definitely put a name on this. I myself love black with a white outline, rainbow with a white outline. You can definitely, you know, have fun with that with you as far as your name goes. Trying to think anything else that we got to talk about. Your second layer of glitter. When you're ombreing, sometimes, you know, more times than not, you need more than one layer, you know, one pass of glitter to bring it all together. That's why you want that last run of spray paint to be as perfect as possible. If you go more than one pass of glitter on that final run, you can do that, but just know that you're running into possibly burying your decals, and then you're gonna have to go find them. So, and I've done that. I've done that, where you're just sitting there for like an hour going, is that one? Is that, nope. Is that one? Yeah, that's one. Is that, nope. Whatever, save yourself the trouble. If one pass of glitter is more than enough. Now, what I didn't show in the video, and I am gonna link it down below, at my last run of epoxy on just about every cup, minus like men's cups, is I add an additive to that, that last run of epoxy. It's just a sparkle additive. It's not a glitter, it's not a color, it's not a anything, just sparkle. So, you know, if you are worried that there's not enough sparkle on your cup with one pass of glitter, throw a little additive in the last run of epoxy and everything is just, you know, shining bright like a diamond. So go ahead and do that. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't really have much to say about this cup because honestly, it's easy, it's quick, it's fun. The spray painting is honestly the biggest thing that you need to, you know, spend your time on. You know, ombre and glitter, it goes by so much easier and so much faster when you start with a base that is complementary to your colors. The glitter colors that I use for my rainbows match perfectly with the neon spray paints that I use. If you're not looking to do this in a neon, which honestly would be gorgeous, like I thought about doing like a blush and navy combo, like you can just go nuts with this. Run with it, you know, make this your own. It's so much fun. It's so easy. You could do this pattern in so many different things. You could do hearts, you could do stars, you could do cow print. You get crazy with that. Like there's 100 different things you can use this technique for. And I don't know, like I said, it's my favorite. I love this cup. So hopefully you love it too. Hopefully you learned something and learned how to do these. Definitely, you make something inspired by this video, please tag me. I would love to see it. I really would. I love to see your work. And, you know, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below or shoot me a message. I'm on social media everywhere, so you can always find me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Have a great week. See ya. Bye.